good evening and welcome to About the Valley. My guest tonight is Jeannie Hebert, and because this is Jeannie's annual expo.
Right. Well, it's the Chamber's annual
Yes,
expo, the Blackstone
it's
Valley
March
Chamber
and
of
it's expo
Commerce.
time.
Right. It's our 25th anniversary expo.
25 years.
Yeah, our silver anniversary. And honestly, Harry, it's our biggest yet. We have
Yes,
almost 110 booths.
110.
Yeah, I know. We
This is
cannot
amazing.
fit any more booths. They're
No,
on a wait
you're
list.
at
So
capacity.
we're at capacity.
And we don't have a bigger place in the valley than
No,
this.
we don't. We
This is
don't.
where it's going to be, by the way. This is
Right.
the field house.
You can see the field house, and it will be filled to the rafters, believe me.
Look at the size of this place, and this is filled to capacity.
Yeah.
Even you're actually
The
squeezing
lobby,
them in.
too. The lobby will be filled as well.
Yeah.
So, and Whittier Farms is in the lobby, along with a couple other booths, and Whittier will not tell us what they're doing. It's going to be a big surprise, but it's always family fun. So we're excited about that.
They come
That
up with
should
some
be
great stuff.
They do. They really do. This fifth generation farm, we're really, really fortunate to have them here in the Blackstone Valley. They do
Yes.
wonderful things and create wonderful products. And they're a Cabot cheese farm, which is a real honor.
Yes.
So that's great. You know, we're excited to have them.
Proves the
and-
quality of their milk.
Exactly, exactly, and the cheese products. And we've got a kids' corner, bigger than ever this year.
Oh.
We have a bouncy house kind of obstacle course for the kids, which is going to be a lot of fun. And that's sponsored by Premier Realty, Chris Whitten, and he, of course, has his mascot, Murray the Meerkat,
Oh.
and he'll be in the mascot dance-off. And we've got loads of mascots. We even have an area where you can meet and greet. You can bring your kids to meet and greet the mascots.
Oh, wow.
And that's from 11 to just before 12. And then at 12 o'clock, it's the mascot dance-off.
Yes.
And that's at the kids' corner down at the far end of the field house.
And that's a great thing to watch.
It is. It's fun, and they get medals and prizes and bragging
Yep.
rights. And Dog Orphans is there with their beautiful dogs and puppies that are up for adoption. So you can find the best friend you'll ever have in your life,
Yes.
and you can adopt them.
Can't do it there.
Can't do it there, but you can fill out the paperwork, right?
Yes.
No emotional adoptions.
You can pick one out that
Right.
you might, but you're going to have to go through the process with Dog Orphans in Douglas.
Right. And Precious Ones Child Care.
Oh,
They'll
yeah.
be there, and they'll have activities for the kids, as well as sponsoring our pie eating contest.
Ah,
And it's a two-phase. We have the little ones first, and then we have the middle school kids. We want it to be fair. You can't put a 6-year-old with a 10-year-old, so.
yeah.
So there'll be lots of fun and pies, compliments of table talk, of course.
Great tasting
Yeah.
pies.
So they'll be doing that. And then we have all kinds of entertainment going on. We have the Uxbridge police dog will be
Yes.
there, and she'll be going through her paces with her handler. We brought the lavalier so that he can do a great show with her. Different microphone for him. And we have Murphy's Step Dancers.
Yes.
And then we also have H&H Irish Step Dancers, and they'll be our finale of the show. So and they are amazing.
Oh, those little kids are unbelievable. I mean,
With their wigs on and the
Yeah.
curls, and
Yeah, I mean, you're talking, what, 4, 5, 6 years old?
they're
and-
adorable.
And,
And they
they're
really,
unbelievable.
they have flying feet. And then to see the accomplishment of the high school kids and older, because they get
Yes.
up there and dance
Yes.
too. They go by age groups, and they're just great. And of course, coming to the expo every year, Family Karate. They'll
Yes.
be there, and again, they're in different age groups, and they amaze me with how physically fit and what they can do, in the karate field, the flexibility that they have, and, the professionalism of it. It's really great. They're a wonderful group. They'll be there. So we have so many things going on. And not to mention all the booths that we have.
Oh, I know. I mean,
Unibank, our presenting sponsors, bringing their cash cage.
you grab that cash.
So you definitely will go home with more money than you
Yes,
came
and you
with.
can't
so.
lose. It
No.
doesn't cost anything.
Yeah.
And whatever you take, whatever you can catch, you
Yeah.
can go home with.
So make sure whoever's in your group has the biggest hand so they can
Yeah.
go in there and grab it.
Yeah.
So that'll be a lot of fun. And our marquee sponsor, Fidelity Bank, they're going to have some special things going on as well and some games and prizes. So make sure you go to their booth as well. And we've got a photo booth this year
Oh,
from Central Mass Productions, digital photo booth.
so
So
you
that
go have your picture taken.
yeah, I don't know how they do it, if it's on your phone but it's digital and it's amazing. So we're excited to have them there as well. Koopmans with their red buckets.
Yes. Just perfect for washing your car.
Mountains of red buckets. So make sure
Yes.
go early because they could run out. I think they did last year.
Yeah, they
And
did.
they
The
did,
year
yeah.
before they didn't, but last year they did.
Yeah. And we've got Harborough. They always bring a car,
Yes.
and when I'm not sure, I hope they bring one of their classic cars again, so that would be wonderful.
Oh, they always bring a beautiful car.
Yeah. And VanWorks,
Yes.
they've got a huge booth. They've got 2 double booths, and we were going to bring their van in, but we found out that their van is too tall.
That's got to be amazing because you look at
It
that
won't
door in the
fit
back.
through the door. It will not fit
That's
through
a
the
high door.
Yeah.
That
So
must be quite
the
van.
van's going to be outside, but they're bringing 3 trailers that they've reconditioned, renovated, and done all amazing things to. So those trailers will be in there.
You'll
So,
be amazed at what they do.
yeah,
And located right in Uxbridge.
yeah, and they're going to be with I think the Blackstone Valley Trailblazers as well because they do work together.
Oh,
And we've been helping them with a special project to renovate some of the trails that have been overgrown in the valley, walking
Yes.
trails, especially up near Waters Farm.
oh, okay.
So you can go walking again on these beautiful trails that have been overgrown and haven't been taken care of for years. So they've been putting a lot of time and effort into it, and we were able to get them some grant money to do that. So we're excited to see
Oh.
that project complete, and I think it will be completed this summer. So well, stay tuned. We'll let you know.
You go up
all
to
about
Waters
that.
Farm, you look down on Manchog Pond.
Oh, it's
amazing.
beautiful. Yeah,
Beautiful,
it's really
yeah.
beautiful. Gorgeous. So they'll be there. The Whiten Community Center always has wonderful kid activities and that they can, sit down and play and make things and crafts and all kinds of things going on there.
They're gonna
Bobo.
they'll be announcing about their new daycare.
Oh, I think she's bringing the renderings. The architect made renderings. For those of you that don't know, have you had Heather on here?
No, we haven't had
No,
her on
okay,
in a
we'll
long
have to
time.
have
I
her
want to
on.
have her on about that.
Yeah, because they did put the bid in to purchase the Aldrich School, and we've been helping them. We helped them get some funding, and they've been working very hard
Yes.
to get funding because it's going to take quite a few millions of
Needs
dollars.
building needs a lot of work.
It needs a lot of work, and there's going to be a couple phases. They can't just
Yep.
go in and do the whole building, but it's going to add much needed childcare and affordable childcare.
Yes,
Right
that's a
here.
big factor.
Yeah, because they do accept the certificates from the state to help, single mothers
Right.
or families in need that they can't work if they don't have good childcare.
Well, they can work, but the child care takes all the money they make,
Right.
so why
So,
bother?
yeah, so this way they can work, and you can rest assured it's great childcare.
Yes.
They have certified teachers and all of the people that work at the community center. Believe me, everything there is top notch. It's really a wonderful, wonderful place. If you haven't taken advantage of this great iconic entity you have right here in your own backyard, please do. I mean, there's so much to do there, and they have so many events going on all the time. I'm on their board. Maybe I'm a little, partial, but I see firsthand how hard they work to make everything really top notch, and they do everything by the book. So,
Well, a
it's
new
great.
person you got there is the senior games.
Oh, we've got,
And
yes, he was
they
on the
want to
show
talk
last
to
week.
Heather
Yeah,
because the senior games want to work with her,
to hold them there.
hold some games there. Yeah.
Yeah, I had mentioned it to Heather, and it just wasn't the right time. So maybe we can put our heads together and make it work. But
Yeah.
yeah, Davis Cox has been a friend of mine for decades, and he's a wonderful guy. As
He
you
is.
know, because you had him on the show last week, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's a good guy. So he's going to have a booth there, so you can learn all about the senior games from Davis.
You can stay healthy. Davis is almost 80. He's over 80. He's
Yeah.
almost 90.
Yeah, he's almost 90.
And
Yeah.
he's in great condition.
He is, and he's got some gold medals.
Yes, a lot of them.
Yeah, yeah, from the senior games. So he'll be there. Gosh, I can't even remember all the people that are going to be there. We have some new people. Whitensville Pharmacy is going to
Yes.
be there, which is brand new, a nice neighborhood pharmacy that you have again. You have wonderful things here in the valley. We're really, really fortunate. We're going to have a lot of nonprofits that are there. Willard Clock Museum is going to be there, and you've heard me speak about their capital campaign and project.
Yes.
All the wonderful donation they got of all those clocks. So they're going to be building a museum for them.
They got to the point now they're going to start building.
Well, they're getting the money. They're more than halfway there.
Oh.
And you can find out, because Bob Gershik will be at the show. You can talk to Bob about it, and I'm sure he's got photographs or maybe renderings of what they want to do. Of course, it has to be all climate controlled, and he's got all these beautiful, beautiful antique
Yeah,
clocks.
They're getting a donation from
Yeah.
a man from Texas.
Yes, he's got 2 houses filled with clocks.
And they're all Willard.
They're beautiful, beautiful clocks.
I mean, these
some clocks are as big as you.
yeah,
They're the lighthouse clocks. They're gorgeous. Yeah.
these clocks are worth a fortune.
Yeah,
And he's
yeah.
donating them to them as
Yeah.
long as they can build a place to keep them.
Yeah, yeah. So that's exciting. He'll be there. Asa Waters Mansion will be there, and they have their beautiful, beautiful tent, so that you could have weddings, functions, all kinds of
Yes.
things going on, plus the history of Asa Waters Mansion. So if you have a function there, you can see all of the historic and iconic things that they have there, and go up that beautiful spiral staircase upstairs and
Yes.
see what's up there, because they've got some miniatures up there, and it's amazing. Every town in the valley has something that's really amazingly beautiful and important and contributed. Oh, the Heritage Corridor is going to be there with their tent,
Ah.
and they'll do lots of giveaways. You can get to meet the new interim executive director, Anya, will be there with Bonnie. Bonnie's not going to be there this year. She's away. But Anya will be there, and please go by and say hello. Welcome her to the Valley. She's great. And I believe Girls on the Run will be there as well, and that's a wonderful entity. The Hub has a
Yes.
double booth next to True Robotics, who has a double booth, so 4 booths. We'll have the robots running around. Fido the dog will be begging and barking, our robotic dog.
Doing his tricks.
The welding machine will be there. You can try the welder.
Yeah.
And the Grafton Job Corps kids, along with their instructor Talia, they've made some special things for everybody. I haven't seen them yet. They want to surprise us all, so I'm excited to see that. Neighborhood Kitchen will be there.
Yes.
And they'll be making burgers and hot dogs and potato chips and all that real healthy, fair food that we like to eat. So they'll be there.
But best of all, you got 5 restaurants for the chowder.
The chowder contest, yeah, we can't wait. It's great. We've got our defending champions. We've got Brickstone Kitchen. That's right on 146. Many of you know them. That's a great restaurant in
Yes.
Grafton Job Corps, because we have 2 categories. We have the judged category, of which you're going to be one of the judges
Yeah.
this year, Harry. So we've got the judge category and the People's Choice. So each of you can grab a ballot, and you can choose which chowder you like the best. So we've got Brickstone, Grafton Job Corps, Grill 122. It's his very first year
Yes.
to be there, and so we're excited about that. Simply Delicious Catering. It's their first year, their inaugural year. And then we've got our very, very good friend, a big chamber supporter and hometown girl, the Green Plate.
Yes.
So she'll be in it too. So that's the 5 restaurants. So we're excited about that.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I guess you come and check the charter out, and that's your meal for
Yeah,
your afternoon meal.
yeah, because there's no limit on how many cups of chowder you can have.
Right. And
So it's great.
every year I've had the charter. It's delicious.
It is. It's
They
great.
all do a great job.
It's hard to choose. Hard
Yes,
to
it
choose.
is.
So Billy at the 122 Grill, he is excited. Grill 122, and he's got some. He's talking with his chef, and they're planning something really special. So I can't wait to taste that one. That's great.
But this is a real showcase of the valley.
Yeah, it is.
You'll see all the different things that are going on in the valley you probably never knew about.
Right. Right. It's an eye opener, and you'll see your friends and neighbors and colleagues,
Yeah.
and
And best of all, it doesn't cost anything.
no.
A donation.
Yeah, you can download tickets if you like at blackstonevalley.org. Rack cards are everywhere. Koopmans has them. Unibank has them. I gave some to Murder Hill the other day, so Ben at Murder Hill has those too. But you can download the tickets, or you can bring a non-perishable food item, canned goods, something like that, to the show, and it will be donated to Piece of Bread Food Pantry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
if you forget the canned good and you don't get a pass,
$3.
$3.
$3, and that goes right to the food bank.
Right.
So you're doing something good.
Yes.
So
no matter how you do it, you're doing something good.
right, right. So it's great. You can help your friends and neighbors and those of you that, those that need a little bit of a leg up at the food pantry. So
Yes.
yeah, so it's terrific. We're very excited about what's going on. I'm sure I've forgotten a lot. We've got, the tried and true, our Pot of Gold sponsors. When you come in, you're going to get the program. On the on the back cover of the program, there is a ballot, and it has secret questions. And you need to go to those booths, ask the secret question, and when they give you the answer, you get it stamped, and after you get them stamped, you bring it back to the chamber and put it in our ballot box, and we have a lot of prizes to give away this year. We have some great, great prizes to give away. So we hope that you'll participate. Oh, and the leprechaun.
Yes, you can have the leprechaun running all around. He runs around, jumps around. He's all over the place.
Right, and if you find him, he will give you a prize. And we've got some great prizes. I know some of the prizes I'm excited about is we have passes to the West End Creamery Farm Adventure.
Oh.
So I'm excited to promote that for West End Creamery
This is
this
something
year.
new he's doing?
Yeah. So that's exciting. We love West End Creamery. It's a great family place, and
Yeah.
we're trying to work out maybe having an after hours there, a family after hours like we used to do. And there's going to be a whole farm adventure this year that you can participate in. So
That place is always jammed.
I know. Well, he's got the beautiful miniature golf, which has the
Yes.
theme of the valley. It even has the water wheel. He's got the farm animal petting zoo, and he's got the paddle boats out on Swan Pond.
Yeah.
And then in the fall, he's got the corn maze.
Right, which this year he did an image of Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick, yeah, and he came out.
He came out. He heard about it.
Yeah.
And came out and saw it.
Yeah, so
And he
that,
was signing footballs and pictures, and he did everything.
pretty cool, pretty cool. So, yeah, so we're excited about that, and we have the best of the best.
Yes.
I'm very proud of everything in the valley, and everybody works
Right now,
very
you can't
hard.
take any more on.
No, we can't. But the people that are participating are amazing. We've got, we have a new person this year called Utterly Gutters. I had to mention them because I love their logo. It's a cow sliding down a gutter, a cartoon cow. And they sell gutters for your home and maintenance.
Okay.
And we have power washing people that are there. Brad Brad's Power Washing, and he does a great job. I actually hired him, and that's what you do at this. You sign up service
Yes.
people. So I did that last year, and thank goodness I did because he was booked. And my daughter did, and he does a wonderful job. He power washes your house and your fence, and he cleans out your gutters and does all kinds of things. And that's just what I need. And he was very reasonable. He does a great job. Nice guy. So he'll be there. And then we have Leaf Guard and Leaf Filter. So, those snap-on
Yes.
things for your gutter where the water can get
Right,
through,
the
and you
water-
don't
the
have to
water-
clean out your gutters
Right,
every
you don't
year.
get the leaves and the sticks in the gutter, it's just through the
Right.
water.
Yeah, yeah. So they'll be there, and they always do very well, and they're very nice. Everyone they send, they're
But
nice
you're right,
people.
these people book up
Yeah, they do.
and you won't get them later on.
No, you won't.
Now's the chance to book with them,
Exactly.
and, because we're coming into the season.
Yeah,
And like, even contractors, one of them is Husbands for Hire, you
Yeah.
can't get him after
Yeah.
this.
yeah. I don't think he's here this year. He's flipping houses now,
Oh,
so he didn't sign up this year. I think he's busy, which is too bad because we
I want
love.
him to do some work at my house, he hasn't come back yet, that
Oh,
was
I
a
know
year
he's
ago.
so busy. He does a great job. He's done a
Yes.
lot of work for me.
I had him do some work, he did phenomenal
Yeah,
work.
yeah, it's a great organization. We love them very much. And he's a dog lover, so you know me, anybody who's a
Oh.
dog lover. So that's great. So we've got, I think Lydia Taft House is going to be there as well. So, it's just so many people
Well, I know
that
you
are there.
spent this week trying to figure a place to put everyone.
Right, we were moving things around, and we hate to say no to anyone, and we want it at 25 years. We want it to be our biggest ever, so we're really, really pleased. So all we need is you. We need
Yes.
you to come.
We want an overflow crowd
Right,
this
we want a
year.
big crowd,
Yeah.
and there's plenty of parking. You can park at the high school itself, obviously, you gotta get there early for that. You can park at the middle school, which is right next door, and you can use the entire parking lot of the Whitensville Christian School, which is humongous. And
Yes.
we have a shuttle that just keeps constantly going until, I think the shuttle goes until about 3:30 in the afternoon, because it's over at 2, and then we wanna get our vendors,
Yeah, so and then
I think it starts at 8:30,
you
8:30
can
to
park at the
3:30.
middle
yeah.
school parking lot,
Yeah,
or you can park at the Christian school,
Yeah.
the Christian church parking lot, right next to St. Pat's. Right?
no, we don't have that one this year because the Christian school's parking lot is so big now,
Oh, okay.
so we don't need it.
Yeah,
So we don't, I mean, you can always park there, but that's a little bit of a walk. We don't have the
yeah,
shuttle
no
going
shuttle
there.
bus.
But why would you? Because the Whitensville Christian School is so close, and the middle school parking
Right.
lot is
Yeah,
close.
for Christian school, you
And
can
it's
walk
supposed to
it.
be a nice day, so if you feel like walking, you can. But
Yeah,
we do have the shuttle bus, and it's a good size, and it has a continuous loop.
right.
So they'll pick you up and drop you off. And
But even the high school field house has a huge parking lot.
yes, it does. It does, and you can park on this, the side next to that, down front, and then over on the other side.
Yes.
So there's a lot, but it fills up quickly.
Oh, yeah,
So yeah,
because the exhibitors need to park
Yeah.
there as well.
and of course we have the fire department there. They're bringing
Yes.
their big fire truck, so the kids can touch the truck and learn about the truck. And then inside, the police bring their cruiser.
Yes.
So the Northbridge Police Department will be there, and they'll have the cruiser, so the kids can take a look at the cruiser, see how that works, and
It's got a lot of stuff inside it.
yeah,
It's amazing what they can do with today's cruisers.
yeah, I know it is, and they have to.
Yes.
They have to be state of the art. There's too much going on, and I mean, who's the first person you call when you need help?
We got a new one coming
Yeah.
to the town, $80,000,
Yeah, yeah.
because of what equipment that they're gonna put in.
Yeah, but it's important, say what you will. I know people, there've been some controversy over police, but who's the first person you would call? I know.
Exactly.
I always thank policemen. God bless you for going to work every day because you don't know what you're going to find.
You call the ambulance and usually it's the police that get there before the
Yeah,
ambulance.
they or the fire department. And the same thing with fire department. Thank God you get up and go to work every day because,
Yes.
you got to be a special person to be in that vocation. you know, because you just don't know what they're going to find. You know, even when they stop a car that's speeding, you never know what's
No.
going to be behind the wheel. So, yeah, God bless them. We're fortunate to have them.
No, I had a situation, I had to call the ambulance, and the first one there was a policeman
Yeah, yeah,
to initiate any help.
yeah,
And then the ambulance came,
yeah,
because by the time they get out of there, you
Yeah.
know, the police are generally they're riding around on the road, so they're usually not far away.
yeah. Yeah, we have, you know, I live in Shrewsbury, and again, when you live in the town and you know that everybody knows everybody, you know,
Yes.
they still do, even if it's a little bit larger town. And we had Peter was having an episode for a while till they found out what was wrong, where he was fainting. And he's a big guy.
Yes.
No, Zip, I'm talking about Zip, and he's like 6'4", and
Yeah.
I'm 5'2". I mean, he's like a tree.
Yeah.
When he goes
Yeah.
down, he goes
Yeah.
down. I can't
Yeah.
do anything
And you're not
about it.
picking them up.
Yeah, I'm not picking him up. So, and he had just gotten out of the shower. So you can imagine, and he fell. And I
Oh.
called the police, and, you know, he was in and out and in and out. And the firemen came in and they went, "Is that you, Zip?" I'm like, oh, God. So they know you, no
Oh,
matter
yeah.
what.
Oh,
No matter
yeah.
what situation you're
Yeah.
in, they know you. So, and thank God they do. Thank God they're there, and they just go right to work, and you know, they've saved so many lives. I remember I brought a bunch of cookies to them just to say thank God you were there, because I don't know what I would have done.
But
And,
it's amazing.
yeah,
And they take you to the emergency room. They get you there so fast.
and right in, and, you know,
right,
it's
yeah.
like, you know, VIP treatment. But, you know, I think of that all the time. I'm like, thank God that we have them. So they'll be there. You can thank them. You can talk to them. You can find out. Maybe, you know, maybe you're somebody that's thinking about that vocation. You can find
Yes.
out what that career path might be, what you need to do to get into law enforcement or the fire department or something like that. But it's a special person that gets into that vocation.
Yes.
It really is. So we're very excited about, you know, everything that's happening, and we feel very blessed that we've got so much support this year for everyone. Oh, Easter Seals, they're new this year. They're going to be coming.
Oh.
Better Business Bureau will be there. A lot of people ask us about the Better Business Bureau because they know, obviously, from us what the chamber is, what we can do, and they ask
Yes.
us, what does the Better Business Bureau do? So you, Alex, will be there. Guardiola, you probably know that name because he used to be the legislative liaison for the Worcester Chamber. So
Oh,
he's
okay.
now head of the Central Massachusetts, actually he's even Western Massachusetts, Better Business Bureau. It's a big organization.
Yes, it is.
And it's an important organization. So they work
And
for you as well.
It's not a government organization.
No,
It's
no,
independent.
it's, right.
But any organization, any business that belongs to it is reputable.
Right, and they can make good references to you if you have a question
Yes.
about a business that you might be working with. Because let's face it, there's a lot of people out there that are very, very smart in the wrong way.
Yes.
And they can take advantage of you easily. So having an organization like the Better Business Bureau that can do the legwork for you and tell you, you know, this is somebody that you can feel comfortable doing business with.
We talked about last night about, there's an article in AARP this month about fraud
Yeah,
on elderly.
yeah.
And there's where if you got someone that calls you and you're wondering if this is legit, you can call the Better Business Bureau
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
they will tell you.
Yeah, and the thing about, and I can send this out to our members too, because we're a member, and we exchange information all the time, which really helps everyone. They send out scam alerts on a regular
Yes.
basis. Like, your police will do that in the town if they know of something that's going on in the town.
Yes.
But the Better Business Bureau will send out a scam alert, and it, you know, it makes you take a pause that someone is really doing this.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you could, there had been situations where they call to give you a price on painting your house, get a deposit, and never come back.
Right, yeah, yeah. My daughter actually had an incident where she signed a contract with a reputable company, right? A company that you knew, painting, have her house painted. They painted her house, But when she went to give him the final check, he wanted her to make the check out to him. And she said, "No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make it out to the paint company." He says, "Well, I don't work for the paint company, that company anymore. So you need to pay me." And she called me. She goes, "What do I do? He's here." I said, "No, you can't do that. The
Right,
contract
you had a
is with the
contract with that
company.
company,
The
yeah,
company could come back and ask you for that money again, and they would
Yeah.
win."
yeah,
So she told him, and she was scared because she was alone in the house, and
right,
but she said to him, "Look, I can't. It's not legal for me to do that. My contract was with your company." And come to find out, he never gave the deposit to the company. So they had no record of her even being a customer of theirs
So he's actually doing this on the side when he's working for the company,
when he's using the company name.
yeah.
So, and he did a good job, but it's not legal to
Right.
do that. So,
Well, the
if
thing is too now, if she has a problem later on, who do you go to?
right, she would have no recourse.
Right,
So, and then they found out he had done this with other people, and they did make the check out to him. So,
oh my.
you
See,
just never know
no,
what's
you don't.
going on. People are, like I say, they're smart in the wrong way, and it's too bad. But the Better Business Bureau can help you to navigate that, and
Yeah.
they'll be there this year. That this I think they haven't been for a few years. They used to come, and I think now that Alex is in charge, they're back on track and out and about. Not that they weren't on track, but they weren't marketing themselves as much as they used to. So this is great. So we're excited to be partnering with them, and the Railers will be there, the Bravehearts,
Oh.
and our legislators.
Yes, I like to call it legislative role.
Yeah, as we
They're,
put them all
they're
together.
all together there, and
Because they work together,
yeah.
they're friends.
but you get to talk with them.
Yeah, one on one, and I already have a few people lined up to talk to them about some questions they have about their business. There's unfortunately a lot of things going on that could prove to be very adverse to business, and we've said this before. There are thousands of bills and proposals filed, and your legislator is not aware of all of them unless you bring it to their attention. They can't read 6,000, 7,000 proposals.
Right.
They do have people working for them that will do that, but still, that's an awful lot. So, there's some issues that we're working on, and we've brought the Worcester Chamber in and all the affiliates to work on. The unemployment insurance issue is one that I've spoken with you about. There was an error made with the last administration inadvertently, and Massachusetts, unfortunately, is the easiest state in the union to obtain unemployment checks, when you're out
Yeah.
of work, unemployment insurance to qualify. And we pay the highest benefits of all
Yes.
50 states. So a lot of payments were done during COVID that should not have been done.
Oh, now they want to recall them.
Well, they can't. They had not able to get any money. They can't get the money back.
Right.
But what happened was the COVID money was used to pay that debt, and it was not forgiven by the government. So now, where the state is $2.7 billion in debt, and
Yes.
Governor Healy was able to renegotiate it down to 2.1, but there's still interest. It has to be paid back because we're the only state that didn't pay it back. Other states took the COVID money and paid it. Like Texas, I think, had 7 point something billion, and they paid it back. Massachusetts didn't pay it back. So now Massachusetts wants the businesses
To come up with the money.
to pay it back over the 10 years, when we have almost $9 billion in the rainy day fund. So what we're trying to propose, and it was brought up at our legislative breakfast, we would like to tap into the rainy day fund maybe not to pay the whole thing, but to pay a good portion of it.
At least probably 50%
Yeah,
anyway.
I think that would be very fair, because that's a lot of money and a big burden to put on small
Oh,
business for
yes.
the next decade. This
Yeah,
is not their fault. They didn't make this error.
right.
The government made this error. So we're working together, and we've got, John Hurst from RAM Retail Association of Massachusetts, Retailers Association of Massachusetts, and we've got Chris Carlazzi, who's a wonderful advocate for business from NFIB, the National Federation of Independent Businesses. And we have Jay Ash, too. You remember Jay Ash was former Secretary Jay Ash, and he'll be on that with, we're trying to get 5 chambers all together and
Oh,
invite
okay.
our members to a
Good
Zoom
move.
meeting. So if you'd like to be included in that Zoom meeting, please let me know. We'll send you the link. It's April 8th. I believe it's at 11 o'clock in the morning. It's going to be about an hour or so. And we want to get all of the information out to you and see what we can do.
It'll be a Zoom meeting,
It's a Zoom meeting.
so you don't have to leave your office.
No, you don't have to leave your office, and you'll get all of the facts and talk about working together, get maybe some letters together, and get it to our legislators so they can work on your behalf so that we can ease the burden. But these are the things that the chamber does. These are the things that, our business partners, we reel them in, and we're really advocates for business. So, we'll be talking about that. We'll have information at our booth about that Zoom, upcoming Zoom.
Yeah,
And then there are other tax proposals that we're talking about that are in the budget that we think aren't, really fair. One of them that's brought to mind is the governor wants to put a cap on donations to charitable institutions for deductions. You can give away as much money as you want, but
you
she
only
wants to
hold-
cap it at $5,000 that you can
take over
claim
the course of the
as
year.
a deduction,
Yeah.
and 10,000 for a couple. But I mean, that's not a lot for a
No, it
single
isn't.
person. I give 5,000 to my church, and then
Yes.
I give to the community center, and then I give to this, and I give
Right.
to that, and I give to the. So I mean,
Yeah,
I think
it's
it's
amazing how it
going
adds
to
up.
it's going to hurt nonprofits,
Right.
and we should not be doing that. And if we want to help a nonprofit, if it's something that is near and dear to us,
I
we
think it's
should be
fairly
able
new
to do
that they're allowed to take deductions on your state. The feds, you always could, but I think it's fairly new, because I do my
Well,
own
there's
taxes.
no cap right now, but
Right.
she wants to cap
But
it.
they just started giving you that deduction.
And and they feel that this will bring in like $194 million extra revenue, but
They're getting a lot of revenue.
it just doesn't
Just-
stop. I mean, I was
just
reading
the
through some of the
lottery.
proposals, and it's mind-boggling
Yeah.
what is being proposed.
You know,
and
you can play Keno now online.
yeah, you can get your lottery tickets
You
online
can get
too.
scratch tickets. You can play.
Yeah, scratch tickets online. Yeah,
So
I
come
saw
on.
that. Yeah, but I'd rather see you giving something to your church or
Right.
your
What I'm
community
saying,
center or
they're getting money
yeah,
in.
or your school or some nonprofit that could, or the hub help pay for tuition for a kid.
Yeah.
But if we start capping that sort of thing, it's going to hurt nonprofits.
Yes.
That's the bottom line, and we shouldn't be doing that. We have to find something else. So, the organizations that will be on that Zoom are organizations that work for you for these proposals, or bring these proposals to light. You might not know about them, and, they're diligent about it.
I want to talk to the legislature. There's a great article in News Tribune this week
Mm-hmm.
about Sturbridge has to buy a new snow removal dump truck. And under the new guides, the state guidelines, you have to buy an electric one.
Well, we're talking about that too. That came up in a meeting we had with we belong to Mass Taxpayers Foundation, and if you came to our annual meeting, their executive director was our speaker, Doug Howgate.
Yeah.
It's amazing. He's like an encyclopedia, and he can rattle out these stats and he customized them, remember? He customized them to
Yes.
all of the towns here in the Blackstone Valley, and I was blown away by what he was telling us. But that was brought up. I was on a virtual meeting with them, with the Secretary of Energy,
Yes.
and we were saying in a nice way, this isn't feasible. We
It's an
can't,
admirable
we're
thing.
not ready.
No,
We're not
they're
ready.
not, they don't have technology. These trucks
We can't
sometimes have
afford
to run
it.
for 40 hours.
Well, one gentleman on the call owned a fleet of trucks, heavy work trucks.
Yeah.
And he was saying, how can I afford to put all those plugs in, all of that electricity?
Yeah.
Just to have that installed is going to be such an investment. And have you opened your electric bill lately?
Oh my God. Yes.
I mean, my personal electric bill last month, it was very cold. My house is entirely electric, was $900
Oh.
for 1 month. I
Wow.
mean, Peter's been going
You
around
make me feel
turning
good.
everything down.
Mine
know?
was 300.
I mean, I go down, we have the Brady Bunch house, so it's like several
Yeah.
levels. So now I go from one level, I go to the next one, and I have to put on my puffer jacket because we can't afford to turn the heat on, it's down as low as it can be. And we're putting blankets on and watching television, but thank goodness the warm weather's coming. But, these are the things that, and like you said, it's admirable to
Right.
come up with
I mean,
these.
I do
Yeah.
great in pollution and things, but
But we're not ready.
you
Even
have a
electric cars.
Right.
You go 250 miles and you got to plug it in again.
Right.
Where are you going to plug it in?
Well, when
you
you're talking a snowplow, yeah,
that's,
they're doing 200 miles easily at night.
well, not just that, they take a lot more energy than a sedan.
Yes.
So
How
that's what
how
this
far can they
gentleman was
go?
trying to he was trying to get across.
Yeah.
And she reluctantly admitted, we're not ready for this, that we have
No,
to,
we're
she said,
not.
we have to take a look at this and maybe revise some of the requirements, because they want us to be completely green in 5 years.
That's impossible.
It is
And when you're
impossible.
talking, you get into heavy equipment like front loaders.
School buses.
Yeah,
You're going to have to buy all electric school buses.
I know.
Where is this money going to come from?
Yes.
And, and it is admirable, and we want to do what's best for our environment, but we have to do it in bites.
You get away with technology
Yeah.
catches up.
Well, we have the technology, but it's so
But-
new that it's so expensive. It's
Right.
like when flat screens came out, they were $10,000.
I know. Now you can
You
buy
know?
them for a couple $100.
Right. So it's kind of like we have to kind of do a wait and see kind
Yes.
of thing. And we're not California.
Right.
We're New England. Our weather pattern and our climate is very different. I mean, look at it. It was so nice and warm. I was doing my happy dance. Spring is here. I woke up this morning and it was snow all over my deck.
Yeah.
So even the dog looked at me like, what?
We're in the
So-
roller coaster weather
Yeah.
period.
Right. So, these are things that you can talk to your legislator one-on-one about. And we've got a lot of things. It just seems like it's all piled up at once that we need to iron out. And if
Yeah.
you don't talk to them, and I'm not saying get angry with them or anything like that, but if you don't tell them your concerns, they don't know and they think it's okay.
Yeah.
So you have to let them know
Oh, yeah.
in a firm but nice way and say, I don't want this proposal to pass. You're my agent,
Yeah.
you're my liaison.
They'll take it back
Right.
to Boston and the
Yeah.
whole legislature.
And they will. We have really good
Yes,
legislators
we
here.
do.
They're diligent and they're smart and they work for us. They really do work hard for us. So I'm very proud of the people that you have elected as our representatives, especially here. So it's great.
And this is not an election year, so this is a time to really see them.
Yeah, very much so. And and they'll all be there. And I know Dave Meridian stopped by yesterday and brought us all cupcakes because he had done something at the senior center with these wonderful cupcakes that a baker in Northbridge had made, and They were great. I was starving
Yeah,
too. It was the perfect time.
There's a new bakery in the Shaw's Plaza.
Oh, maybe that. No, he said it was someone who had a home bakery.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
not sure who made it, but she did a macaron, a green macaron, because it was a St. Patrick's Day
Yeah.
luncheon, I guess, that they were having for the seniors. And I told him he could bring his overflow over to the chamber anytime he wanted. We'll eat it. It was great, and it had David Moradian written on it, in edible ink. So it was nice. It
But
was.
talking new, we get that new pharmacy. That's a gem.
Yeah, and we're trying to get an electric hookup there because they have an electric car. And wouldn't it be
Oh.
nice to have one there?
Yeah.
Because the only place in town we have it right now is the elementary school.
Oh, I didn't know it wasn't there even.
There's a few. There's
Oh,
a few
okay,
there.
that was part of the new school
Yeah,
project.
it was, and that was smart. It was very
Yeah.
smart to have those installed. But that's what I mean. If you have an electric car, unless you go home and plug it in,
Right.
there's no place around here to plug it in.
No, I mean, yeah.
We don't have any at the mill.
You got to hope that
I didn't see any in Shaw's Plaza.
keep it well charged so that
Yeah.
you can get back home.
Yeah, exactly. And so we need to take a look at what needs to be done. And
The only place I know of it anywhere near is in Auburn at the Auburn Mall.
yeah, some of the schools have put them in. Some of the colleges in Worcester have them. I think all the
Right.
colleges in Worcester have them.
But those are Tesla too, and you only hook up a Tesla.
And that's not great, if you
No.
have, because everybody's making electric cars now.
Right.
I see them everywhere.
Well,
But-
my son did the right thing. He bought a hybrid,
Yes,
so he doesn't have to worry about charging.
right. You can do both. So
Right.
yeah, so that's great, and it keeps charging itself as you go.
Yes.
So yeah, some of the Prius are like that too. So, but yeah, that's a
But
smart
the
thing.
pharmacy and they're a compound pharmacy.
They do. They're a compound
So
pharmacy.
they can make up
Yeah,
drugs for you. Well,
yeah. Well, a prescription from your
pres-
doctor.
Yeah.
They can make the compound for you. So it's
Yes.
great. It's really nice. If you haven't been in there, we did a ribbon cutting.
And when you go, there's no wait.
I know. Yeah, and they're very knowledgeable.
Yes.
Gingy's
and
been
very
in the,
nice.
been in the business and run CVS pharmacies
Yes.
for over a decade, so or more, and so she's extremely knowledgeable, as is her husband, Mina. They're great, and they have a full-time pharmacist there as well,
Yes.
in addition to them. So
Yeah, he's a really nice
yeah,
guy.
very very nice guy, extremely knowledgeable, intelligent, knows his stuff, and it's a lovely pharmacy. It's really beautiful.
And they're a pharmacy. You're not going in there buying groceries.
Right.
It's strictly, they have over-the-counter drugs
Yeah.
and out on the floor, and then they have the pharmacy. And then you
Yeah.
can talk
And
to
you
the
can talk
pharmacist.
to them, because I was looking at some of the compounds that she had and asking, what is this, what is that, and she's so knowledgeable and
But even the
very
over-the-counter
interesting.
stuff,
Yeah,
if you got a cold and you're diabetic, you got to be careful because
Yeah.
you buy the wrong cough medicine, it can hurt. It can affect you.
interaction. Yeah, there'll be
your sugar.
interactions. Yeah,
And same with you might be allergic to some of the pain relievers. You got to be
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
careful.
yes, she's going to be there, and I think Minos will be with them too. And Minos had the question about the electric charger, so we'll be talking with our legislators about that. And then Blackstone Valley Physical Therapy is going to be there.
Oh,
And he's bringing his new light therapy machine. And actually, Liz in my office, she's been getting that for a shoulder injury that she has, and she said it's been really helpful. And I didn't know anything about that until she told me. So I want to see
he was
how
doing
that
some
works.
remodeling there, wasn't he?
No, we had another flood.
Oh, is that why he was closed?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
Someone had left their water on again, and luckily,
Oh.
God bless Eric. I'm sorry it happened, but I'm glad it stopped there and didn't come into the chamber.
Yeah, because you were almost a year
Yeah.
getting back
Getting
into
back from that flood. So
Oh,
yeah. So that I know.
and it wasn't from the outside. It was a flood.
No,
from,
it's from the inside. It's
Yeah.
from the residents. So we have to kind of find out if something can be done to put a timer on faucets up there or something, because it is a problem.
Yeah.
It is a problem. So, yeah.
Oh.
But
Well, he was only down for a day, I think.
Yes, he was only down
Yeah.
for a day, thank goodness, so they were able to stop it right away.
Yes.
But
I gotta have
unfortunately.
him back on this show too, I
Oh,
told
he's
Mike.
great. He's great. He's wonderful. Yeah. So we've got some terrific businesses in town. We've got some new businesses that will be coming from the valley itself. And you know, I met with some manufacturing people today, and so we're growing. We're
Yeah.
really growing, and that's a good
Yeah,
thing.
the manufacturers don't go to the show because they're not.
Well, we have a couple that are
Yeah, but
recruiting.
for the most part,
So they go to recruit and talk to,
Yeah.
you know, see if anybody's looking for a position, because
But
they'll train.
You'd be amazed how many people are opening up businesses,
Yeah.
industrial businesses.
Yeah, yeah.
And of course, the warehouse
And
business.
technical. You know, we've got iPoint that opened
Yes.
recently,
Yes.
and that's a real coup for Northbridge. And, you know, we've got a number of precision.
They're working on some real breakthrough science.
They
that,
really are.
We could become pretty
It
famous.
could blow some of these other ones that you see on television right out of the water. I was
Yes.
pretty impressed when I spoke with them. It's needle therapy, which I know about because of Zip's. You know, he has wet AMD in one eye, and he goes for needle therapy. But the new medications they're coming up with are amazing.
Yeah, that's what primarily this place is for, AMD.
Yeah, yeah. Because there's dry AMD and wet AMD.
Yeah, I get the dry AMD.
Yeah, he's got the wet AMD. But he goes for needle therapy. He used to go every 3 weeks, and now with this new medication, he goes like every 3 months.
Oh,
And from what I spoke with iPoint, their new medication is going to blow that medication right out of the water, and it's so much more improved than that.
every
So
once a year, I believe they said.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
which
this
is fantastic.
and this medication that Zip's taking has, I mean, they can't do anything once the damage is done, but it stopped it, so it doesn't get any worse.
Ah,
So that's really good. And then this other medication obviously does that. I don't know if they can regenerate. I don't know if anyone's come up with anything that can regenerate. They will at
Yeah.
some point. But to only have to go once a year,
I know, that's a big factor right
yeah,
there.
it is. So, you know, these going to be all kinds of people you can talk to and find out things and
Yeah.
really have some fun. You can have lunch. You can bring the kids. They can do so many things, and
Well, yeah, the playground for the kids is phenomenal.
yeah, the pie eating contest, the
Yes.
chowder contest, the the lunches
See
that
those
from
kids with
Neighborhood Kitchen.
No pie filling all over their face.
Oh yeah, I bought a lot of wipes, and we bought bibs. We used garbage bags last year, and a couple people were insulted that we put garbage bags over the kids' heads. So we bought bibs this year. I went, okay.
But they worked.
I used them for my grandchildren and Tracy when she was little, when she was coloring eggs. First thing I did was cut a head hole and 2 armholes and put the garbage bag
Yeah.
over her. And
I think that's better. It covers more.
well, I don't want to insult anyone,
I
so
know.
we got lobster bibs. They have a big lobster on them. So come, we'll have fun. If nothing else, we'll have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And you'll learn a lot, and you'll get a lot of free stuff, too.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, you'll fill up that bucket and you'll fill up the bag you get from Unibank.
Yeah, yeah. And people have samples all over. I know Whittier
Oh.
usually has food. So from their country store that
She
you
has
can buy.
great food.
Really great
Oh.
food. So, that's my dinner.
And-
I usually come exhausted when I leave. So whatever she's got, I buy, and that's what Peter has for
I
dinner.
bought some meats there. It's all organic.
Yeah, they're
Very good.
killed clean, the animals that they have. They're butchered locally.
Yes.
You know me, I don't eat meat, animal rights activist, but at least they're killed clean,
Yes.
and they're butchered locally, and it's all grass-fed animals, so it's good for you. It's
Yes.
not full of all kinds of
There's no- yeah,
antibiotics
there's
and
no-
enzymes and
Yes.
things like that, and so you can't go wrong buying food
No.
there, and the produce is
Oh.
farm grown,
Yes.
really good food, and if they didn't make it there, they buy it from someone that has as high a standards as they do. So,
And they're open year round.
yeah, even their dog cookies I buy for the my dogs because they're made. They're they're homemade. They're organically
Yeah.
made, and they love. And they're in great little shapes and stuff. So
They do catering too, don't they? Yeah.
they
Or they
don't.
could.
They do catering, but they don't serve. So they don't have a staff that comes to you. But if you want the food, you can come and pick it up and bring it to your event.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they don't have the staff anymore. But they make great food. You can order food if you're having a house party or something.
I
Yeah.
had their hors d'oeuvres. They were
Yeah,
fantastic.
they do. They've done them for some of the events we've had, and they're very
Yes.
good. Yeah.
That's where I've had them.
Yeah.
I said they were
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah. So please come 10 to 2, Northbridge High School Fieldhouse. Check out blackstonevalley.org to find out more or to download your tickets, or bring a non-perishable food item to help out the food bank.
Yes.
And have a great time.
Yeah.
And come over and say hello. You
And
win some prizes. You'll have some
We'll be there
fun.
at the WCRN booth.
Right, you'll be interviewing a number of the businesses too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be great. We're excited about
And
that.
you can meet the car guys.
That's right. I
They
got to
have-
call in tomorrow. I'm going to call them from New Hampshire. I'm going to be up in New Hampshire
Yeah,
tomorrow, and I'll call into the show and talk about
The
the
Hare
Expo.
brothers.
Yeah,
Mike and Mark.
Yeah,
They do a show every Friday on WCRN.
yeah.
And it's a great show. I
Yeah.
mean, it's really people very
They're like
popular.
frickin' frack.
Yeah, they are. They really are. And they do a great job.
Yeah.
They put together a good show.
And they're doing some building there too. We've been able to get them some grant money for some of the things they're doing. So it's
Yes, they're
exciting
adding
things.
on to their building. It
Yeah.
looks really nice.
Yeah, and it's going to be added. They're going to be able to do hopefully some inspections for trucks and things like that, because we don't
Yes,
have
they're
that in the
expanding their
valley.
inspection bay.
Yeah, a lot of the trucks have to go to a specific place, and
Yes.
they have to drive quite a ways to get that done. So we're really happy to have something right in the
Yeah, it's a
center of the
different
valley.
type of inspection for trucks.
Yeah, it is very
And,
much so.
Yeah, and they're going to be handling that, which will be a great asset to the valley because there's a lot of trucks in the valley.
Yeah, and right now they have to drive quite a ways to get their
Yes, I
inspection
think
stickers.
Sturbridge is the nearest one.
Could be. I know it's quite a ways, but we're excited to have something like that in the valley. That's added value to everybody.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I go down and get my oil changed. They check out your car. They told me, oh, you needed rear brakes. No problem. We'll do it.
Yeah.
I don't know that. I don't.
And you can trust them.
You
I
can,
mean,
yes.
really, you can really trust them. They do a wonderful job. So you'll see them there. You can ask them questions. Northbridge High School Fieldhouse on Linwood Ave,
Yeah.
10 to 2 on Saturday the 15th, this Saturday.
This is Saturday, yes.
Yeah.
It's going to be a beautiful day.
Yeah, right.
Well, and this is from 10 to 2, so it doesn't take up your whole day.
Yeah. And bring the kids. Have
Yeah.
a good time.
Oh,
Bring
the kids will
the whole
love it.
family. Everyone will have fun.
They got to check out the lobby.
Yep, check out the lobby. Whittier's going to be
Whittier
there
Farms,
with
they're gonna
something.
have-
I don't know. I can't
Yeah.
wait to see what they're setting up. So she said she wouldn't tell me.
Didn't they have
Sam
the-
wouldn't tell me.
They had the cows you rode on.
They had that, but it's not going to be that this year. I
Oh.
thought they were bringing those again. The kids love those, so I said it's going to be better. She's going to be better. You'll
Oh,
like it
so
more.
even better. So I
So-
don't have to check it out myself.
So that's great.
All right, we got to go. See you Saturday.
Bye bye.